Hey everyone, Simon here, and we're in Minecraft. Yes, I'm sure you've noticed that I haven't played very much Minecraft lately. I actually have played a little bit, but not recorded. I've been down in the branch mine again, clearing out lava. But I do want to build something today, just because I want to. I don't know if you guys remember the old fireworks, not the fireworks mechanics that Mojang made, but the vertical obsidian cannons or the vertical TNT cannons that I built. So the plan all along was to build a park-like area on top of that, and I've never really done that. So I just want to do that. It's a pretty easy project, and that doesn't really require too much thinking or designing. Should I use cobble or should I use stone bricks? I'll explain what I have in mind when I get out there. Let me just grab some cobble like that. Maybe I should take some chests out there as well. Maybe I should take my horse. Alright, let's go grab the whoa. Oh, the wooden slab. They removed it. So there was a glitched out wooden slab from ages ago. And now it's just a completely glitched out block. That's amazing. This is what happens when you play the same map for like, is it 3 years now? It's been ages since this world was created, and over the years there have been a number of updates, right? And so some of these things that exist in this world don't really exist in new games anymore. And that was one of them, a wooden slab. So it's a glitched item. It doesn't really exist in the game. But I don't know. I made it a long time. I think it must have been an explosion. It must have been destroyed by a creeper or something, or like knocked apart by a creeper. So that is it. I don't know. I don't remember where it came from. But I have a wooden slab that doesn't really exist in the game these days. I still need to build the lagoon, the upper area. I'm planning to build a series of terraces and maybe pavilions around the lagoon. Alright, so here we are. So here's the obsidian things and the TNT cannons and whatnot. The mechanisms are underground. Let me just put this stuff down. Now I think I'll just use cobble. And the reason I'm just gonna use cobble is I want to look, because there's like this natural landscape, well natural landscape, which is just kind of grass and trees and flowers, right? And then there's kind of built things which are, stone, cobblestone, maybe glass, maybe sandstone. So I want to turn this into kind of like a park, so it's kind of like halfway between built and natural. And so I wanna use cobble because it's a rustic and simple material, so it's not like whereas a stone brick material, it's kind of carved into square shapes, and so it's more neat and tidy than cobblestone. Whereas cobblestone is kind of slightly rougher, slightly more messy, but also it's more rustic and more simple, if that makes sense. So I think I use cobble just because I wanted to feel that way. I don't want it to feel like it's all clean and carved and straight and measured, but I want it to be kind of not entirely natural, but rustic. All right, so just to remind you what this is, so we have these vertical TNT cannons, right? So the idea is the TNT goes in there, and you put the TNT on that block, if I remember right. I think it's on like that block, and then underneath that, there's a delay, there's a variable delay, and then there's the firing mechanism, which is all down here, right? So the switches, every switch you flip delays the fuse by half a second. And so the idea is if you fill up all the vertical TNT cannons, and then you can set the delay so that the TNT, when they fire up and explode, they explode in certain patterns depending on how you set the delays, right? So that's the idea of the fireworks, which is like these vertical TNT cannons that kind of shoot TNT upwards, and they explode at different times. And so these massive vertical things. So these are the delay circuits. And each level delays the thing by half a second, as I said. So there's all this down here, which is kind of incredible, to be honest. This is massive. Look how massive this thing is. I don't know if you guys can see just anyway. So it's pretty cool down here. I'm not going to spend too much time down here. So I just want the surface to look slightly less natural and slightly more built, so that this area looks like there's a thing here. Because if you're up here, you can see the barrels of the TNT cannons pointing upwards, but there's no real indication that there's a massive kind of built thing underground. So the plan is to kind of turn the whole thing into a series of large square steps, depending on so mostly following the natural contours of the landscape. So let me just show you. Let me just grab some cobble, and I'll just start this. So each of these is like 10 blocks in between the like from here to there. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. So the idea is to just kind of outline these squares, and then each square will be flat, but they will kind of step up and down depending on the existing contours of the landscape. So again, it's this design where it's kind of natural, but not as natural as it is now, just to indicate that this is a more of a built area than is currently implied. Also, I want to keep all the trees, especially some of these trees. I don't know if you can see clearly, but you can see the mix of leaves. Again, this is an artifact of the fact that this is a very old map. And when they introduced the different types of trees, originally the trees didn't really port over properly, and so then you get these weird multi-leaved trees because of that. So very simple here, since this is mostly flat. So imagine if I kind of just put a cobble square around this level, just like that. It's really simple, right? So just by putting kind of a line on the ground, you kind of put a square on the ground, and once you draw that square, it's very obvious that it's not natural, right? It's very obvious that somebody put a square there, and therefore this area is built, even though I haven't really done very much. The next thing will be, I'm probably going to put this maybe 2 blocks up. Should I put 2 blocks up? I guess I should, because it's here, right? So then here it starts to get a little bit more complicated. So I want to put that there. But I need to step down, don't I? I do need to step down. It is quite a way to step down. So what I'm thinking then is that what I really want is steps, stone steps, I think. So the tricky part, so I mean most of this is pretty simple, just putting squares around the obsidian. The tricky part is how do you kind of step up and down from one square to the other. And since we're going up 2 blocks, we're going to have to put stairs here, clearly. And where do I want to put this? I probably want to put it like that. Maybe get the cobblestone back. I don't know if I need dirt more, or if I need coal. Never mind, it doesn't really matter. Cobble is renewable, dirt is abundant, but I kind of want both of these things. Now, do I want to just leave it like that? I'm not sure what I'm doing, really. Let me just try this out. So here, I'm going to have to fill this in, and then I'm going to have to fill the thing above there as well. Let me just do that. And then if 2 of these squares are more than 2 blocks. Oh crap, that tree is right there. Which means the leaves are going to be on the ground, which is a bit strange. I guess it doesn't really matter that much. I think I want to do that. Yeah, let's do that. It's going to be like that. So at the very boundaries, we're going to just keep it flat and straight, but there's stairs in the middle. Is this weird to have leaves like right on the ground? I guess not. Yeah, the problem is that I need to put it at a level where the trees are not disrupted. I guess that's okay, like that. It means that the next square over needs to be a block down, I think. See, this gets a bit confusing when you really get into it. See, now I'm thinking maybe I should just have this 1 block down as well. Because of that tree. Now I'm going to leave it like this. I'm going to have this one at this level. So then I need to fill this in, right? Because this needs to be flat. I need more dirt. That's okay because we're going to... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, alright. Just put that there. I'll sort out the torches later on. I need to figure out how to place the torches also. So here, I'm going to have to dig down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. Let me just make sure I leave enough torches here not to get invaded by zombies. Right. And then... like that. So once we get into the hills, there's going to be quite a bit of flattening going on. Like there's going to be a big cliff here. Not too sure how I'll deal with that at this point. I'm just going to build the squares first and then figure out how to step up and down them later. This might be a problem actually, but it'll be an interesting design problem to figure out. Alright, so we do this, and then we'll put these squares in. So I'm just going to put the cobble squares in first and flatten out the dirt. And then once we've done that, we'll figure out how to step up and down. That's good. That's pretty good, I think. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's put the flowers back because they were here first. And let's put more dirt here to flatten this out. So that's the basic plan. That's the basic plan, and by the end of it, we're gonna have a bunch of squares. So there'll be like terraces. So there'll be like a square terrace like this, and then a square terrace like this, and then there'll be trees and grass in between. And then they'll just kind of step up and down, vaguely following the existing landscape, if you can imagine that. So that's the plan. So let me see. I think what I should do first is put the cobblestone outline in first. Oh, I want to extend all the way out to here, by the way. I've left room here to expand the number of these TNT cannons. So, like you see the module there, there's actually an extra module here. But I haven't built it, obviously, but I've left space for an extra module as well. Gonna need little shovels. Great. And great. Alright, so let's put down the cobblestone. And so here, I guess this means this has to be on this level because the trees are there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait a minute, did I do it wrong? Oh no, I didn't do it wrong, I did it right, never mind. So this comes to there. And remember that it's 5 inclusive, so it has to stop here and go across here. But when we get to places like this, oh no, this is fine. This is gonna be fine. Let me just fill this in because we're here. Put that back. Put the dirt back. All right, great. So we need to do this quite a few times because there's quite a few modules. Yeah, all right, that's good. So let's just work along the modules, right? And then the next one will be here. We're gonna have to cut into the cliff, I think. Maybe I can raise this up by 2 blocks, but there's like a cliff there. I'm not too sure how to deal with the cliff. Should I raise this? Yeah, let's raise this up by 2 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.